Hello, everybody. We've got a surprise live stream. I had a hater on YouTube that's been spewing vile in my threads for a long time now, and I figured I would educate him on live stream to show you what's out there in the world. So, why don't you introduce yourself there, Jay?
Hey, Jay Berg here. We spoke before a while back. Just been watching the markets for a while. Been looking at HEX and have some issues and questions. But,
Cool.
Yeah, glad we got
So you called me a fraud, right?
I called HEX a fraud.
Okay. Am I a fraud too, or just HEX?
Yeah, why don't we start? Why don't you tell me what HEX is? Maybe I have it all wrong.
So is it common for you to call things frauds but not understand them and then figure it out later?
I don't know why you're making that assumption that I don't understand that.
Well, you called it a fraud, so I figured you'd have reasons for saying that. And then you could just tell me what they are.
Okay.
Instead of me just giving you a sales pitch.
Yeah, okay, yeah. So the fraud is, the scam is you guys using price to like show how great your project is. All you say is price, up 1,300%, up 1,000, whatever percent. All you talk about is price. And what if I told you that the way you set up the project is deliberately to make the price go up, independent of a real price discovery or real price? So the way you have HEX set up, right? The way you have HEX set up is people have to lock their coins, right? And the supply gets lower and lower, right?
So do you understand that business is by definition the designing of systems to accrue values for shareholders?
Value, right?
Yes.
Now, so for example, if IBM had a stock split,
Uh-huh.
it would be spooting out news articles that the price a reverse stock split. If somebody does a reverse stock split, it's not the price that went up because the supply went down. So the fact that all you guys do is push price, and the price is manipulated just to move up. And you know what? I've been watching markets for longer than you have, and I've seen the correlation of all the exchanges. And during massive risk-off events in this space, right, all of a sudden HEX is not involved in any of the correlations to any of the other prices. So what's so special about HEX that it doesn't move? And what's so special is that the price is manipulated, and then you use the price to get more people in, so you could dump your HEX and turn it into Bitcoin. So it's a long-term fraud. That's my take.
Okay. Every single thing you just said is wrong. First,
Okay.
I'm a better trader than you. Okay. Second, I'm a better founder than you. Third, I know more about markets than you do. Fourth, I have seen you post on Twitter the stupidest shit I have ever seen anyone post, literally. And I'll give you an example. I saw you post.
That's not what we're debating, what I'm posting.
No, I'm talking about your post in regards to HEX. It is totally relevant.
Well, I just
You-
made a statement regarding the price of HEX, so why don't you tell me?
You posted that you can't know the price of HEX because it trades on decentralized exchanges. You posted that.
Yes.
Okay. So you see how a second ago you were just trying to shut me up, but then 10 seconds later you're like, oh, you're right. Yeah, that's relevant what you were saying. So don't try and shut me up, dude. I know what a good debate looks like. So I'm going to teach you about fucking markets because you don't know shit about
I
shit.
know more than you about markets.
No, you don't. Okay. So have you heard of Uniswap?
Yes, I have.
All right. Do you know how it works?
Do you know how it works?
Yes, I'm a fucking expert.
Okay. You're an expert Uniswap.
Yeah.
Do you know that Uniswap depends on arbitrage to some centralized exchange?
No,
Price?
it doesn't.
It's in the
You're just
market.
dumb. No, it's not.
Yes.
Listen, no, it's not. It's very simple, okay? I'm going to explain Uniswap to you because you don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
You don't know
Uniswap is a very simple example. Yes, I do. I'm the founder of a $50 billion cryptocurrency who's been retired for 20 years.
Uniswap has no price discovery.
Holy fuck. I know this is going to be hard for you to get educated, which is how you ended up in the apathetic, unintelligent place that you are now. But if you're quiet for long enough, I can make you smarter. I understand how Uniswap works. You don't.
I think I'm smarter than you. So
I know you do.
think that.
I know you do.
You think you're smarter
You in
than
Mensa?
I know you do.
Are you in Mensa? I'm in Mensa.
So what?
I've got literal scientific proof that I'm smart. Where's yours? You're dumbass, but you think you're smart. You're Dunning-Krugerite. Do you know what the Dunning-Kruger effect is?
I know what it is, yeah.
So you say you do. So what is it?
Yeah. Why don't you just start with?
No, you say you know shit and you act hard, but you're actually stupid. What is the Dunning-Kruger effect?
The Dunning-Kruger effect is that people that aren't smart tend to think they're smarter.
Okay, good.
Like all your hexes.
Yeah, and people that are actually smart tend to think they're not smart. The inverse is also quoted.
Let's just talk about Uniswap. I say
Sure.
Uniswap has no price discovery.
Yes.
You need a limit order book with matching for price discovery. And let's look at I'll find you the Uniswap.
Okay, so do you understand that Uniswap v3 has limit order book now? Or are you too stupid to know that?
Oh yeah, where does the match happen?
In Uniswap v3, you get to choose the tick at which you trade. And you don't have to spread multiple ticks as you had to on Uniswap v2. In Uniswap v3, you don't have to put liquidity on both sides. On Uniswap v3, you can put liquidity on one side. So as soon as your order fills in Uniswap v3, you can remove your liquidity and your order's filled, and you in effect placed a fucking limit order. But your ass is so stupid you don't know that exists. Furthermore, you don't know the difference between a price oracle and all that matters is people buying and selling at a price. The particular mechanism by which they do it, whether it's an X times Y equals K constant product market maker like Uniswap is, or Bancor is, or SushiSwap is, or 1inch Exchange is, the only thing that matters is that this person paid this and this person sold for that. And you can capture that logic, you can capture that intelligence with a CLOB, central lit order book, or with an automated market maker. Now here's the difference. A CLOB is an easily fucking spoofed, iceberg ordered. You don't know who's really trading. You don't know who's trading with no fees. You don't know who's a market maker. You don't know what other bags they hold. You don't know whether they sold at a loss or bought at a loss. You don't know whether they're going to pull the fucking order before it fills. This shit goes down all the time. It's not on chain. It's not transparent. And the exchanges that run CLOBs get hacked all the fucking time. Binance got hacked. KuCoin got hacked.
Why doesn't the NASDAQ use Uniswap?
Because it didn't exist when the NASDAQ launched. It didn't exist.
So you think the equity markets are now going to move out of CLOB into AMMs?
To some degree, yeah. The majority of volume for cryptocurrency trading is already in AMMs. The thickest order books in the world with the most liquidity are in AMMs now.
I disagree.
Motherfucker, you can Google it. Bitch, let's go look it up. Ready? Let's go. Go look up your thickest Ethereum book. Go look up your thickest Ethereum book. Go look up your thickest Ethereum book. Guy that thinks he's smart. You're not smart. You don't know shit about shit. Go find me a thick order book for Ethereum on a CLOB. Let's go find it, right? So I'm going to go to uniswap.info, and you're going to go to your fucking CLOB, and we're going to go see what a 10% slippage order does and how many we can get fucking filled. Because you don't know shit about shit, bro. You know nothing. You don't know how automated market makers work. You don't know how price discovery works. Right, so, okay. So when...
Limit orders, matching market orders, this has been studied.
You have that in Uniswap now, you dumb fuck. That's in Uniswap. It's there. You can place a limit order in Uniswap. I will show you how to do it on stream. I will teach you how to use DeFi on stream right now, if you're smart enough to fucking learn. Are you smart enough to learn? I'll take you to the website right now. I'll show you how to do it. Just go to app.uniswap.org. You think Uniswap doesn't have limit orders, you're a fucking idiot.
You're talking about version 3. I haven't looked at version 3 yet.
Oh, shit. Well, oh, my God. It's only been out for months. It's only the thickest order books in all of crypto, bro.
Okay, HEX has been around for longer than that.
All right. Well, let's keep score, okay? You didn't know shit about automated market makers.
Yes, I do know shit. I just wrote a white paper about it.
You just read a white paper. Holy fuck. I'm the one that made Uniswap popular. HEX was the majority of volume and the majority of liquidity for months.
What took you so long to get into Bitcoin? What were you...
Bitch, I've been in Bitcoin since fucking Q1 2011. What the fuck are you talking about? I've mined full Bitcoin blocks on my own with no pool and my own fucking GPUs. I was mining Bitcoin when you didn't have to have a fucking fee to send a transaction.
Yeah, I know.
Who the fuck's in Bitcoin before me? Who?
Me.
Bullshit. What? Tell me.
Yeah,
Tell me. I'm listening.
I was the first one to tweet the Bitcoin ticker symbol.
Right? And what percentage of Bitcoin's 6.5 million X move did you capture?
I was high frequency market making for Wall Street at the time.
That's why you don't have any money, because you lost it all trying to trade.
What are you talking about? I lost it all. I bought Bitcoin 99 cents.
Okay, dog. Well, I got $1 million of watches sitting next to me. What do you got?
Who gives a shit about money?
Who gives a shit about money? People that invent money from scratch, like Satoshi and myself.
Oh,
People that work all day, every day to fucking generate
so you're
it.
saying HEX is better than Bitcoin
Yes.
and Ethereum. So why is
Yes.
Okay, where does HEX run? On Ethereum?
Yes. Correct.
So it's better than Ethereum on Ethereum.
That's right. Yes.
And it's uncorrelated to everything else.
No, not. It's mostly uncorrelated. It's slightly correlated.
During a risk-off event, why is HEX not get sold off? It's just HEX is special?
Yes, correct. Because I designed it to be special, and I can explain it specifically to you.
Tell me besides price, what makes HEX special?
It's more secure than Bitcoin. It has lower fees. It has higher throughput. It has a better community. It has better memes. It has a better domain name. It has better marketing. It has better disclosures. It's more honest about price risk. It talks about the price going down 85 and 95%, which no other cryptocurrency website in the world does. It used to be the highest volume, most traded thing on on-chain exchange. Now some other things have caught up. We made Uniswap popular.
Which on-chain?
By the way, which what?
Go ahead. Keep going.
Yeah. I'm the motherfucker that gave Bitcoiners millions and millions and millions of dollars of free money by letting them mint HEX for free. What did you do for Bitcoiners, bitch? What'd you do? Did you give Bitcoiners millions of dollars of free money? No, you fucking didn't. You're a punk. You're a broke punk that acts smart, that doesn't know shit about shit. And you said you got Bitcoin at a fucking dollar, but you're broke. So you're a guy that thinks he's smart and thinks he's rich. Dog, I'm bragging about my $1 million of watches. Brag, what do you got? What do you got?
Bought a house.
Oh yeah, what's your house cost? More than my watches?
Probably, yeah.
Probably. It's not hard math, dog. Does your house cost more than $1 million or not?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, well then, yay. Congratulations. How much is that of equity and how much is loan?
It doesn't matter.
Ah, you got no equity in your house, you broke motherfucker. You could have bought HEX when it was 1,700 times cheaper, but instead you were flapping your fucking lips.
You think I should have sold all my Bitcoin?
Yes.
Put it in real estate right now?
No. No. I think Bitcoin's going down to 10,000. If you want to quote me on some shit, I think Bitcoin's going down to 10,000. Yes, I think Bitcoin's going down to 10,000 within the next year.
Okay, so let me ask you this.
I think Bitcoin's going down to 10,000 within the next year.
And you think HEX goes up while
Yes.
Bitcoin goes to 10,000?
Yes, for sure. Do you know why?
Well,
Do you want me to explain to you why the markets aren't connected?
so what's today? So you're saying, so 1 year from now, June
Yes.
15, 2022, you're saying
Bitcoin will have tapped 10,000. Yes.
Bitcoin will tap 10,000
Yep.
and HEX would be up. And
Yes.
So you're saying what Ethereum will decouple too?
No, Ethereum's coupled. Ethereum had a chance to decouple and it didn't.
Everything's going down to
No, some other shit's decorrelated too. You just wish it wasn't happening. So like the things that are correlated with each other are correlated because they're tied together by liquidity and order books on their trading pairs. The reason that Ethereum price goes down when Bitcoin price goes down is because of the liquidity in the ETH BTC pair, because they're interchangeable with each other. So when the value of one thing that is tied to another thing goes down, that tie draws them both down. The reason that HEX is decorrelated from the rest of the cryptocurrency market is because the majority of our liquidity is not in BTC pairs, is not in Ethereum pairs. The majority of our liquidity is in fucking US dollar pairs. So our price goes up and down when people fucking buy or fucking sell HEX. It doesn't go up and down when people buy or sell fucking BTC.
Okay, so HEX is the #1 coins, and all the
Yes.
buyers, there's got to be a lot of people holding HEX and a lot
Yes.
of buyers. So when these buyers have capitulation, right, they're selling.
Price
everything,
dips.
and everything's going down.
Yep.
Everyone, they're selling, right? Shit's hitting the fan.
Well, we had this already.
Besides HEX.
We had this in COVID dip. We had this in the COVID dip already. We already have had this experience. We don't need to guess what will happen, and we've already seen it.
The humans, during capitulation, they decide we're selling everything besides HEX. That's what you're saying. That's your...
No, the majority of people that are in HEX heavier than they're in everything else because the price appreciation has forced their portfolio to look like that. If you hold one thing that goes up 17x, yes, it's already done. I already did that. How dumb are you? Why don't you pay attention? I already have a fork of Ethereum. It already is running on testnet. The mainnet launch is in like 45 or 60 days. Yeah, and it comes with all the ERC20s. So there's going to be 10,000 new coins in the world. You might even find that more interesting than HEX. Why don't you already know that? Why don't you fucking like read my Twitter? You literally come to my Twitter, talk shit, and then I come and educate you. And you could have just known this by reading my fucking tweets.
All I do, when I research HEX, all I see is price. Price.
Dog, then why don't you click the tech specs page that shows you non-price why it's better than Bitcoin? Or why don't you read the fucking audits? Or why don't you there's so much other shit going on here. You just only notice the price, probably because you're a trader.
Bitcoin and in 45 days
Yes.
from now, you're going to have your own chain. Okay.
Maybe 60, yeah.
So you're saying it will be better than Bitcoin once it has its own chain and it's not
No.
on Ethereum, right?
No,
now
because
it's
they're
on
not
Ethereum.
related. You don't know anything. Is Tether a successful project?
Tether, yeah.
Okay. Did Tether only used to run on Omni protocol?
Yes.
Did Omni protocol only used to run on Bitcoin?
Okay.
Right.
Yes.
How much volume and how valuable is Omni protocol?
I don't know.
Nothing. It's worth nothing. They do $600 of volume a fucking day. But a multi-billion-dollar project ran on them. So explain to me how a wildly successful, more volume than any other coin in crypto, Tether, runs on a coin that's worth nothing. Because the fucking abstraction of value, it's the network isn't what matters. The endpoint or what matters. Who makes more money? Amazon, Netflix, or Comcast? Well, you couldn't get your Amazon and your Netflix to the user unless it went through Comcast, but Comcast makes less money. Because the substrate, the fucking dumb pipe in the middle, is worth less than the valuable fucking endpoint that's closer to the money. And this stratification of value capture exists in all fucking industries. And so this concept that your coin's going to be worth more if you're the fucking layer one is stupid. Because if that were true, Omni would be worth fucking billions instead of Tether. But it's not. So I take your ideas, which are dumb and proven false in the real fucking world, and I show you them, and I go, look, your idea is fucking stupid, and here's the proof of why it's fucking stupid. So no, in fact, being a layer one fucking coin is not actually what makes a fucking value proposition for people that buy and hold a thing.
Right. So HEX is going to be the HEX is going to be the ETH of your new fork.
It's not. The fork has absolutely. I have an L1. It is a fork of Ethereum. It comes with all the ERC20s. The ETH holders are getting free coins. If they don't move them within 30 days, they lose them, and they're getting diluted by 10,000x. And the people that are going to get the actual majority of supply are going to be the people to sacrifice. You can sacrifice to a 501c3 charity. Yes. Proof of stake. We already know proof of stake works because we have tons of networks that have been doing it for years and have no problems.
Okay, so you have proof of stake, and it's just going to be HEX is going to be a coin.
HEX is just another ERC20 on it. It has absolutely no benefits at all.
So what's going to be the base coin on this new chain then?
It's going to be called Pulse.
Pulse.
Yep.
So a new coin.
Yep, that's right.
So is Pulse better than HEX, or Pulse is just the guys?
It's different. It's different. HEX scales with monetizing time. It's the only coin in the world that does it, whereas Pulse scales with network effect and adoption by other projects. So in Pulse, you have hundreds of different coins that have their sales pitches as to why people want to participate. And then with HEX, you have one sales pitch, and they're just different. They scale differently. And by the way, you're going to have two HEXs. You're going to have HEX on Ethereum. You're going to have HEX on Pulse. Any of the ERC20s you like, you're going to have them on Pulse and on Ethereum too.
I don't like any ERC20s.
Yeah? You don't like ERC20s? You must hate money then, huh? You must hate money.
I like Bitcoin.
What's it like getting outperformed by everything, Mr. Trader Bro? What's it like getting your chart shit on by everything? Yes, Bitcoin has ate ass compared to everything else this bull run. Everything else outperformed Bitcoin. What's it like being a loser?
Okay, I'm a big loser, right?
Tell me what it's like. Yeah, I've had Bitcoin for longer than you. I don't believe you bought it $1 bullshit.
Do you have any Bitcoin? Yeah.
Sadly, I do have some Bitcoin, and I don't want it. I hate it. So
No, I'll take your Bitcoin.
you'll try. Come meet me in the market. See how much of my Bitcoin you get, Mr. Trader Guy.
So
My coin's up 1,700x before staking, 3,400x with staking, no margin trading.
Price doesn't.
No. I also have 100% uptime. I also have flawless function. I also have 300,000 BTC, minted it for free in the contract. Do you have 300,000?
Centralized exchange.
Shitloads of them. There's shitloads. It's on HitBTC. It's on YoBit. It's on Bitmart. It's on fucking 30 different centralized exchanges, which I don't promote because I don't like centralized exchanges. So go to HitBit or go to YoBit.
Because you can't manipulate them, right?
What are you talking about? Anybody can manipulate the price by clicking the green or red sell button. What the fuck are you talking about? You think regular people ordering is manipulation. You understand you can see who's buying HEX up, right? I can see with my eyes who's buying the HEX price up. There's a couple ETH Genesis whales that have 100,000 fucking Ethereum buying the price up. And you're going to say they're me? I was busy shit-talking Ethereum when these motherfuckers had huge bags of it. It ain't me.
Ethereum, I'm saying HEX. So
I'm telling you who's buying, and you're telling me I'm manipulating it.
I'm saying you're manipulating the centralized prices to feed the Uniswap to make it look like the price is going up, and then you just
Bro, the vast majority of volume is on Uniswap. You don't have to manipulate some other price oracle. Uniswap is the price oracle. Uniswap is the price discovery. You don't need to tie Uniswap to a fake shitty thing that goes down with iceberg orders when it has the best uptime in the universe.
When is HEX gonna when is Hex going to start trading in like units and not 0.000.0962, right?
You're so dumb.
Like,
Do you know what a hex costs right now? Do you even know its price?
92 cents, 0.092.
It's just called 9 cents, man. It's about 10 cents yesterday. Can you explain to me why that's not a good unit for you? Is your unit bias that fucked up? The 10 cents isn't a good price.
The Hex BTC price is 0.0000002.
So you think the majority of users care about the BTC ratio?
No, that's why they don't know this. But you know there's a minimum tick size in all these exchanges. When you have so many zeros beforehand.
No, you're so tarded. Do you even trade alts, bro? You don't even know what you're talking about. You're talking Satoshis, okay? And Hex is like 230 or 240 or 300 fucking Satoshis. It's an absolutely fine amount of resolution. There's 300 ticks there, bro. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. You're basically like a cargo cult. You're like an African guy in a fucking island that saw some airplanes landing and dropping shit off. And if you fucking made a wooden looking airplane, somehow cargo would appear.
You're literally saying that your Hex is, well, you know, a year from now, your Hex is the best coin.
Yes.
Because you copied Bitcoin's blockchain and
what?
You forked, well, you copied, I mean, Satoshi's design of blockchain, right?
No. No. No.
There's no blocks? There's no proof of work?
Dude,
No
holy shit. Okay, look, Bitcoin is a system that inflates for security. It is not deflationary, it is inflationary. It went from 0 coins to 19 million coins by hyperinflating. The rate of hyperinflation decreased by half every 4 years. Yet, in the beginning, Satoshi owned the vast majority of coins. Bitcoin has had 2 inflation bugs where anyone could have minted as many free coins as they wanted. One time, someone did, and they had to roll the chain back. Someone minted a few billion extra free fucking Bitcoin in 2010. Oops. And then a Bitcoin Cash developer found another inflation bug where anyone could have minted as many free Bitcoin as they wanted to about 2 fucking years ago. Bitcoin has no security audits, Hex does. Bitcoin has no economics audits, Hex does. Bitcoin risks consensus failure every single time they upgrade their nodes, like this new Taproot thing. Maybe this new Taproot thing makes it so that anyone can mint as many free Bitcoin as they wanted, just like the last fucking upgrade they did. The last upgrade they did introduced that fucking bug. Maybe not last, maybe 2 upgrades ago. So Bitcoin is a spaghetti code, non-modular, doesn't even have a fucking spec, doesn't have bug bounties, doesn't have fucking audits, but you think it's good software because you don't know shit about shit, which is weird for a guy that's supposed to be a fucking dev. You're a dev, right?
Weird. So
yeah, weird how you don't know shit about threat models.
Weird. So I've been
yeah.
predicting the price of Bitcoin from the beginning correctly.
Oh, let's compare price predictions, bro. Right. I'm the guy that called the 20K Christmas from 4K months ahead of time. I'm the guy that called 60K Bitcoin on stage in Malta 2 fucking years ago. I'm the guy that called the top the day of the fucking top.
Scam? Why would you such a shitty project and a scam? Why would it even go up to 20,000? Why is it at 30,000 right now?
I'm pretty sure we're at 40,000 now, you stupid fuck. You're so stupid. You don't even know the Bitcoin price. You're so fucking stupid. How stupid are you, dude? You don't even know the fucking Bitcoin price. What is wrong with your brain?
A little smarter than your shirt.
Dog, you don't even know the fucking Bitcoin price. What is wrong with your brain, bro?
Oh my God.
You have mental problems, man. The actual question, though, do you have mental illness? Because if you do, I'll be chill with you. I will stop being hard on you if you admit you have mental illness.
You're not being hard on me, dude.
Okay, why don't you know the Bitcoin price?
I meant the 40,000 instead of 30,000.
Oh, okay.
You're so
Okay,
low-level.
sure. You just accidentally quoted the bottom, you stupid idiot. That's not a thing you could accidentally fucking quote. 30 was the bottom. You're so dumb, dude. I don't even know why I'm speaking to you. You don't have any followers. You have 1,000 fucking followers. So tell me more. So when people are buying Lamborghinis with their fucking hex gains, I want you to explain the scam to me better. Because in my experience, scams have fucking victims, and they cry really loud. When you steal someone's money and fuck them, they scream really loud.
The people buying because they see all the
Oh, the price. The price. Okay. Yeah, nobody likes price. Okay. How many X is Bitcoin up from a penny? 4 million, bitch. But I just understand math and you don't. So I'm not like allergic to saying Bitcoin's up 4 million X because it's up 4 million X. Bitcoin's up 4 million X. Does that make you want to cry? Does that make Bitcoin a scam? Is Bitcoin a scam because it's up 4 million X?
No, if someone searches for Bitcoin, all they ever see is that it's up 4 million X and nothing else.
Dog, have you seen the Bitcoin advertisements? I don't know where the fuck you're reading your Bitcoin ads, but they seem pretty shilly to me. And they seem to talk about price appreciation to me.
Search on on Google for HEX coin, and the first thing you see is price.
Oh, so let me get this right. HEX, a speculative instrument designed to go up in value, should feel bad about being a speculative instrument designed to go up in value. Yes, correct. Yes. Yes. Just like every business is designed to generate value for shareholders.
So when you talk about price, comparing it to other coins that are not designed to go up.
What fucking coin is not designed to go up that's not a stable coin? Tell me.
They're designed for price discovery. They're designed to go up if there's utility. They're designed to go up if people buy it. It's not just designed to go up by locking up the coins.
So you think when these people design these coins like Satoshi, you think when Satoshi was designing his fucking coin, he didn't put the halvening that drops the inflation in half every 4 years to make the price go up? You don't think that? Because, bitch, I could literally show you where he says it's to make a fucking positive reinforcement loop to make the price go up, you stupid motherfucker. Fucking Satoshi fucking said he wanted a fucking price to go up, which is why he put the 4-year halvening in there.
Yeah,
You're so stupid, dude.
Cash, and he solved double spends. That's what he did. He was trying to solve peer-to-peer electronic
Hey,
cash.
did you know that the halvening isn't in the fucking white paper? Did you know that cutting the supply inflation down in half every 4 years isn't in the white paper? Did you know that the code was written before the white paper? Man, I don't think you're a dev, and I don't think you're a trader. I think you're fucking cosplay tard, bro, because you don't know anything about anything. Yeah. I think you're actually just fucking pretending. I haven't heard a single smart thing come out of your mouth. Except you know what the phrase central limit order book means, I guess. That's the only smart thing I've heard you say.
I wrote a central limit order book from scratch. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I coded it in C++.
Okay.
It's on GitHub.
How's your memory management, dog? Good, doing good garbage collection? Good luck with your C++. I hope it's real memory safe, bro. I hope you don't overflow.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
I've been doing it for 30 years, yeah.
Yo. Anyway, so look. You talk shit. You acted hard. Thank God you actually got on the stream because you was being a little bitch there trying to avoid it. So I give you credit for that. You get credit for coming on the fucking stream.
All the hexagons are going to get crushed because
when?
of what you're doing.
When?
And it's sad.
It's the highest appreciating asset in the history of mankind. You're shit talking, the highest appreciating asset in the history of mankind. So the Lambos I see people buying are fake then. And the houses that are getting paid off, Overwatch Partners has a fully maxed out $750,000 Lamborghini Aventador. He just bought another car that I'm not supposed to tell anyone about.
So just give me one exchange where there's...
Hit BTC, YoBit. You want central limit order book? Bitmart. There you go.
Yeah, Bitmart.
I mean, look, dude, I hate I hate centralized exchanges. So if you want to go to Bitmart or YoBit or Hit BTC, I know that there's liquidity there on the BTC pair, but you're going to find way more liquidity just turning your BTC into Ren BTC and trading.
Do you know the problem with central limit order books on DEXs?
There's a lot. Latency mostly. Yeah, miner extracted value is terrible, but I can tell you how you fight MEV if you want to get smart with it.
Yeah,
Do you want to talk about flash bots?
Not only that, yeah, I know all about flash
Okay.
bots.
Me too.
I actually have a patent to solve it in the patent office.
That sounds very open source, bro. That sounds very cypherpunk. I'm glad you got that patent.
Okay. Very good.
I'm just smacking you all over this place, dog.
Yeah,
I'm crushing you.
Symbol. I have a patent. I solve central limit order books on DEXs.
Okay.
You're here telling me that I don't know anything. Okay.
What I know is that you could have quit your job and bought HEX, and you'd be a happy person now instead of a hateful, spiteful person pretending to know a lot about things. But actually, you're like that GIF of a crying face covered by a mask of a happy face. That's your ass. You're very unhappy.
You're literally sitting here saying that you built a coin that's better than all other coins.
Well, it depends on what you want to do. If you want to do anonymity, my shit's not better. Monero's better. Tornado Cash is better. If you want anonymity, my shit is not better. If you want to do HEX is not a platform. So if you want to do Turing complete computation and do NFTs and shit, it's not for that. Exactly.
It's just the coin.
Now Pulse is different. Pulse addresses all that other shit. You want NFTs? You're getting infinite new NFTs on Pulse. You're getting a copy of all the other NFTs. Have fun.
So so now there'll be two hexes, one
yes.
on Pulse and one on Ethereum.
Yep.
And they both have value, right?
Here's the thing.
How many
I
times
don't.
Can you do that? Can you keep forking and just keep creating value out of thin air?
No, I think I think that you hit diminishing returns. See, the thing is, like, in the real world, the only thing that matters is goods and services. All of this accounting and speculation and shit, it is just a way to enhance and make more easy the creation and distribution of goods and services. So cryptocurrencies are effective because they reduce counterparty risk if you're using them right, which most people do not. Most people leave their coins on exchange. That's the opposite of reducing counterparty risk. Most people use a fucking central limit order book. Not your keys, not your coins. Most people use projects that have admin keys, like Matic. Matic has an admin key. They can take all $7 billion deposited in it whenever they want. Maybe there's a 24-hour time delay. Maybe. But they can just take all the money. That's the opposite of why crypto was invented. So if you're doing something in crypto that has admin keys or middlemen, you're doing the opposite of why crypto was invented. So if you want to make the world a better place, you want things to be more efficient, have better hours, have less overhead. And that's mostly what cryptocurrency does. Now, sometimes it stops working when the chains fill up, and all chains fill up. There's infinite demand for free storage. So you cannot give free transaction space and storage forever. You can't. There is a cap to how much you can give. You will run out of hard drives, period. I mean, there's...
If you just want to be honest, you could just say something like, okay, well, Bitcoin's a great project, and it ran out of space, and now HEX is going to try to, take up...
Yeah, but I don't know that Bitcoin is a great project. It was designed to be a peer-to-peer replacement for cash, and it has 100% failed to do that. It has instead become a store of value, which is more valuable. Yay, that's great. But something should do peer-to-peer cash. Something should do time deposits, which HEX does. Something should do other shit, which is what Ethereum and EVM chains do. You want to do like NFTs, though you're going to use an EVM chain.
If you want to start with a more logical explanation for HEX, you could say HEX may be scaling Bitcoin.
No, it's not.
What Ethereum is, that could be maybe what other things are.
No, Bitcoin is just trash. You don't understand that Bitcoin is just a Ponzi, but you forgot because it's been around so long.
Ponzi.
Yes.
Ponzi?
Yep.
Okay.
So let me define it for you. Does Bitcoin have any revenue? Is it a productive asset? Is it like a crop? Is it like a fruit tree that bears fruit? Nope.
Bitcoin's store value, right?
It is, yes, and it does it very well, and it's up 4 million X, and it's been as high as 6.5 million X. But that doesn't mean you have to pretend it's other shit too. Bitcoin is a non-productive asset that you cannot do anything with. If you want to get into a stable coin, you have to beg a centralized exchange to get you into a stable coin. In Ethereum, you don't. We have algorithmic stablecoins. We have stablecoins directly on Ethereum. You don't need to go through a central limit order book or a middleman to beg them, if I give you my Bitcoin, will you please give me a stablecoin? You can't de-risk in Bitcoin. It's fucked. If you want anonymity in Bitcoin, oh God, I sure hope my Wasabi wallet and my Samurai wallet are doing this fucking ring signature mixing, right? Because if the other parties that are supposed to not be me are actually all the same guy, that I'm de-anonymized, whoopsie, I hope that works. Fuck that. That's garbage compared to ZK Sync or ZK Snarks.
Everything else exists in a Bitcoin world. The only reason why Ethereum and HEX, all these projects are successful
MySpace
is because AOL, Ethereum is
yep.
AOL. Ethereum
Bitcoin's MySpace.
Bitcoin's the internet.
Yep. Bitcoin's MySpace. What do you see? Bitcoiners say this stupid shit. It doesn't make any sense. Tell me something that you've ever programmed on top of Bitcoin. You ever set an alarm clock on it? Have you wake you up at 9 a.m.? No, you can't, because you can't program shit on it because it fucking sucks. People that tried to program it got shut down, like Counterparty, XCP, burnt 2,000 BTC to found their coin. Dun dun dun, failure, over. How about Omni Protocol? Over.
Bitcoin's not made as a platform.
You're right. I agree with you on that. So why the fuck did you just say it was the internet? I agree with you now, but I don't agree with you 10 seconds ago. Why'd you just change your song? You just said Bitcoin was the internet, but you can't build anything on it.
The internet to AOL, as Bitcoin is.
Oh, you're okay.
That's what I was trying to say. Anyway.
Okay, I'll clarify. He was trying to say that AOL was a centralized silo where you were restricted from communicating with everyone else. So what he means is the World Wide Web. So the World Wide Web allowed people to communicate across their silos. So he's trying to say that not that you can build on Bitcoin, but that Bitcoin is less siloed. Fine.
Listen, Richard, I'm not. Yeah, let's end on a positive note.
Right. So I'm a bazillionaire genius in Mensa, have a huge cock, have a lot more followers than you, have a better project than you, am forking Ethereum, know more about everything than you, and you're a loser.
Right.
Is that a good summary?
Why do you have to just keep pushing price and all that?
Because believe it or not, in speculative instruments, price is the only thing anyone cares about. I know this may shock you, but people buy Coca-Cola stock not because they're sugary drink enthusiasts, but because they want to make money.
It looks like the price is manipulated.
Do you think people should buy the S&P 500? I think they should. I think it's a nice, reliable, good asset, okay? But I'm not going to pretend that I know 10 of the 500 companies in it. But a guy like you would. You would pretend that you fucking love the S&P for its fundamentals. You're not buying it just because the number goes up. But you won't even be able to name any of the things in it. People buy things because they want to make money. That is not unwholesome. That is good. That is honorable. That's a good thing. That sees better things get funded, like HEX. By the way, you know what I saw today that was really cool? Some guy swapped 10 Bitcoin into Ren BTC trustlessly, federated trustlessly, not totally trustlessly, but better, and he turned it into HEX. So 10 Bitcoin got turned into HEX through the thickest order books in the world, all decentralized. No central limit. I love to see people do that.
How to get turned into HEX on Uniswap?
Well, there's this project called Ren Project that's federated. People run their little VM machines all over the world. You send Bitcoin in, and they mint Ren Bitcoin. And then you can turn that Ren Bitcoin and ERC20 into whatever the fuck you want on whatever market you want on Ethereum. 1inch.io is an order aggregator that spreads it across all the order books. Match.xyz is an order aggregator that spreads it across all the order books. So if you're a big guy and you want good order execution and you want to make like $10,000 or $20,000 free money by getting less slippage, you use 1inch.io or Match.xyz, and then you could turn your Bitcoin with bridge.rentproject.io into HEX or into Ethereum or into any ERC21 into a stable coin to de-risk. That's good decentralized finance. That's good innovation.
Right. So you've been watching markets for a long time. So you're saying the HEX movement looks.
I don't even know who Marcus is.
Normal to you.
Who's Marcus?
Markets. You've been watching.
Oh, Marcus.
Right?
Yes.
Yeah, and you're saying the HEX movement is totally natural. Right?
I think it used to be way weirder than it is now. It used to look like nothing I've ever seen before. It was totally insane. Because it was one of the first coins to ever trade primarily on automated market maker.
So I'll tell you what I do. This is what I do. I've been studying markets since I was 12 years old. So what I do is I look at the markets and tell me the story. That's how I figured out that Mt. Gox was about to go under.
Cool.
You got the spread between Mt. Gox and Bitstamp.
Sure.
And I realized that why is the spread so high? Is
because Willie Bot's buying it up because he doesn't want to pay people coins he doesn't have.
Out of Mt. Gox is through Bitcoin. So you're willing to pay
Yep.
as much Bitcoin to get out of Mt. Gox. I use that. I use price. I use markets to figure out truth. And from what I see from the HEX price and markets, it seems like
I'm going to give you some tools that you didn't have before that will help you do your job better as a market guy. HEX has tools for traders that no other coin has ever had before in the history of coins. HEX is the first coin in the world that has a chart of future market supply because we have a chart of expiring stakes. No other coin in the world has ever had that, which means that you can get reduced volatility by people that start their stakes, slotting their end stakes in notches where other people aren't ending, reducing sell pressure. Furthermore, you can look at the past behavior of a participant and see when this guy ends a stake, does he usually restake? Does he add? Does he stake for longer? Or does he fucking market dump? And so you have timing analysis.
What percentage of HEX is staked? Right?
10%. And you want to know the...
The other 90% is float? Is float right now?
Yeah. Now, half of the HEX coins are owned by an origin address or used to be, and they were sent to other addresses. Those addresses used to stake for a really long time. Here's the problem with that. It was reducing the APY for other users, and it was reducing the market cap. Because when HEX gets staked, it gets burnt. That reduces the market cap, and it reduces the payout for all the other participants. So for some reason...
The percentage of real float that gets traded every day?
I think we do 24 million across Uniswap V2 and V3, and I don't consider the central order book volume to be as meritorious. So I only quote the shit you can verify. On a central limit order book, you don't know whether it's just some one guy buying and selling over and over again. But on a fucking DEX, you can see exactly who did it.
So that's how you can manipulate Uniswap, at least version 2, because I haven't looked at version 3 yet, by having a illiquid central limit order book that somehow that order book price gets pushed into the Uniswap.
Have you ever heard the phrase, the tail wagging the dog?
Yes.
In my expert opinion, the central limit order book prices that are very thin order books compared to the real order book sets the price. I'll explain to you the mechanics of why that works that way. If you have a thick order book and a thin order book, and the thin order book has a wrong price, you would try and say, oh, the thin order book is manipulated, the price is high. Fine. You think the thin one's manipulated, the price is high? Fine. What that does is it creates a situation where anyone in the world that has an account on both systems can sell the high price and buy the cheap price. And so all fucked up disassociated order books do is enrich arbitrageurs. That's all they do. And there will never be a sustained period of price differential in a free market, because you'll just be enriching the arb guy until he can't arb it anymore.
Right, and that's
So your theory that you can manipulate the hex price by pushing up a thin order book on some fucking exchange, that it doesn't make any sense.
if everyone is using that to base their Uniswap.
No one is using that. No one is using that. I don't advertise it. There's very few people that use it. Everyone uses Uniswap, but it's just, this paradigm is so new to you that your brain doesn't get it. All of the volume that matters is on Uniswap.
If you look at the reason why Uniswap was designed the way it was, because you can't do continuous limit order books on Ethereum.
You can't do, you previously couldn't do any kind of thing on Ethereum because the latency was so shit. I mean, DEXs had existed on Ethereum like iDex for a year or two and had no volume. And then Uniswap made everything better. And I can tell you why that is. It's actually about it's about order matching. The reason that order books on Ethereum sucked is because you would need to run a bot to set your prices to a real central limit order book. Maybe this is why you're stuck.
That's literally what I'm
I know that. And this is why you're stuck. Yes, because in the old days, the volume used to be on the real exchange, and then the shitty DEX would come along with no volume, and then to pretend to be relevant and to try and convince people to set limit orders there, they would have to try and maintain a sane price. And so people would individually have to run bots in order to get the price to be similar to the central limit, so they didn't get fucked selling way lower or buying way higher. Yeah, but all that got solved by AMM. The reason it got solved by AMM is because you don't have people trading versus each other anymore. You have a market maker, a liquidity provider, making it so that whenever you want to trade, there's always liquidity there. And at a constant moving price, there's no gaps. And the movement, and this is V2 I'm talking about, it was totally symmetrical. You had as much buy pressure as you had sell pressure. And that was the innovation. There would always be someone willing to trade with you. No one would have to run a bot to maintain price. The reason that automated market makers are successful is because they solved that no one has to run bots. It's its own oracle. It doesn't need to act. It doesn't need to read anybody else's shit. It doesn't care. It's its own oracle because it can move its own prices because of the constant product X times Y equals K system. So now they changed that with V3 because it's more capital efficient. The problem with always having the ability to trade at any price is that all the money way out of the money on the bid and all the coins way out of the money on the ask, they're not being used to give people better deals on trades. They're just sitting there unused. It's capital inefficient. So with Uniswap V3, you can compress the range at which you're providing liquidity and amplify the amount of money that you're going to make because you're a larger percentage of the liquidity at that level. And then you can get the same amount of profit with a lot less money by concentrating the liquidity in a certain level. Now, there's a downside to that too, which is if the price moves past that level, those fuckers are going to start getting bad deals because there's no liquidity left there. And people might have to rebuy higher. So I've taught you a lot of stuff in this. Like, you learned about V3 having limit orders. You learned about the convenience of always interacting with...
You actually put a price?
Yes. I can do it with you right... Why don't I just show you live? I can just show you how to do it real quick. Just go to app.uniswap.org. This is a really useful tool, man. Because instead, like, you can set limit orders on Match.xyz, but they make arbitrage bots rich. Because... the price on Uniswap or other automated market makers is going to have to move far enough away from your price in the limit book that an arbitrage bot makes money selling that and buying yours.
Okay, so I'm looking
but
at
if you do it on this, you don't make an arb bot rich.
I'm looking at the version 2.
Sure.
It says we don't need
Why the fuck are you reading a white paper when I can take you to show you how to do it live?
we don't need oracles because the arbitrageurs if the price is off, the arbitrageurs will trade Uniswap to make the price correct, which means that it itself doesn't have price discovery. It relies on external price.
For things that already have larger markets outside Uniswap, that is correct. For things whose largest market is Uniswap, it is incorrect. The largest order book wins, period. Because you run it. The reason the largest order book wins always is because you run out of energy in the thin order book to try and arb the other one the other direction. The tail cannot wag the dog. The thickest order book always wins.
Both equal. If they're both order books are equal, true. But I don't think Uniswap is a real order book. So.
Bro, it's the thickest order books in all of cryptocurrency. You have to update your worldview. Those days are gone. They're literally expired. Uniswap does more volume than Coinbase on 3 of its fucking ETH USDC pairs.
So
V2, V3, and some other fucking one. I can't remember which.
I know it does volume, but it doesn't mean it creates price.
Dude, you understand price is just the amount of units that one person traded for another person's units. They're just 2 people trading. 2 people can trade on a fucking notebook. They can trade on playing dice. They can fucking...
Right, but when you have all the liquidity coming together at one spot with a limit order book, you create what's called price discovery, which is an equilibrium.
Oh, Jesus Christ. That's not what price discovery means. Price discovery is just the iterative process of people doing the same stupid thing of buying and selling over and over again until the volatility has reduced, where you arbitrarily decide that, oh, in this rainbow of gradient and this gray to black, this is where I say the price has been discovered. But in fact, there is no actual end point for price discovery. It's a continuous function.
Yes.
So why don't I just show you how to set a limit order on UniV3, bro? And then you could actually make money out of this call. So go to app.uniswap.org. This is the future, man. Like, this is where all the volume is. This is where all the liquidity is.
If it was the future, okay, so if it was the future, you wouldn't have flash bots and MEV, right? I mean,
What are you talking about?
It's Wall Street 2.0.
Flashbot solves MEV. You just named 2 things that are opposites of each other.
Flashbot solves MEV?
Yes. All right, I'll explain it to you. MEV, miner extracted, you don't know. Let me teach you. It'll take 2 minutes. MEV is miner extracted value. The miners go, oh, look, this guy wants to buy at this price. This guy wants to sell at this price. We can front run their trade or order their trades differently so that we can inject our own trade to make money. And then other people went, oh, well, shit, we can do that, and we'll just pay you extra and bid up the price for gas. And that's what they would do. They just keep bidding up the gas price higher and higher to bribe the miners to let them front run and sandwich other people's orders and automated market makers. Oh, some guy wants to buy? We'll buy before him. We'll sell right after him. And he'll get a shittier price, and we'll steal his money.
That's why limit order books don't work, right?
Anything that has latency has this problem. It doesn't matter whether it's a CLOB or an AMM.
It's order dependency. That's the problem.
I understand I'm familiar with transaction ordering as a computer science problem. So the solution is flash bots. Flash bots is the opposite of MEV. Flash bots allows you to secretly place your trade without making it public so that you can't get sandwiched. And then you bribe the miner with a bid. And the miner doesn't know it's actually in your sealed transaction block. It just knows whether it's going to accept your bid or not. And it accepts the bids based on the efficiency of how much ETH it can get per transaction size in kilobytes. So Flashbots is the solution to miner extracted value.
Right, but let's just say the miner himself is the one that's running the bot.
And they usually are. Sure, yes.
Right. So
Yeah.
he doesn't need to bribe anyone, so, right.
No, but he still gets paid by other people. Like, he has his own gig, and then he gets paid by other people as well. So Flashbots solves MEV. It's the literal solution to MEV, because people can't front run you when they don't know what you're doing because it's in a sealed bid. You have no idea what Flashbots is. You should research it. It's really cool because it solves MEV. There's other ways to solve MEV that I know that you don't know that I could teach you right now. Archerswap. Archerswap is an automated market maker like Uniswap that uses Flashbots so that people can't sandwich you and front run you and fuck you. And you know who used Archerswap when he needed to dump some coins? Vitalik. So I'm here teaching you shit you don't know that you can profit from. And I would appreciate it if you would respect me for that, because all you've ever shown me is fucking hate for no reason.
Would you like me to teach you how to solve MEV? Would you like me to teach you, or are you even
There's a bunch of different ways to solve it.
humble enough to even listen?
I already looked at your GitHub, dog, and I already read your fucking little intro. I already went to your fucking little intro on your GitHub that you linked to off of your fucking profile and your Twitter. I don't need you to show me your decks. I get it. I read it. Because unlike you, I actually do my research.
How does it work?
It's another Dex. I'm not giving you the opportunity to shill. You called me a piece of shit. You called me fraudulent. You called me my price and HEX a scam. Listen, you were so shitty that I gave a guy with 1,700 views an opportunity to talk to me.
Dude, I don't give a fuck about views, man. Shut the fuck up, please. Views. Come on.
So can we predict the future real quick?
Yes.
When are the Hexicans going to be harmed? Because right now they're just living the fucking dream, buying Rolexes and yachts and shit.
I don't know. I think it's going to be a slow burn.
A slow burn.
It's a long.
So like what other coin? Like is there a coin that's done the slow burn thing before, so I can look at the chart to know?
You're a pretty smart guy, dude. I'm not saying you're not. I know you are.
No, I just want to know. I want to know when you'll know when you're wrong. I want you to know when you were wrong.
A year from now, Bitcoin's not going to be at 10,000, right? That's easy, right?
I'm pretty sure we covered more ground than just that. Sure, that's a good one.
Okay.
Do you have anything else? But by the way, this is me taking risk, making a statement about the future. This is not you taking risk. This is you being cowardly. Why don't you make some statements about the future so that when you're wrong, you can feel bad?
So the problem is it's hard for me. It's hard to make a statement about the future price of HEX because I believe it's manipulated. That's my problem. So
You understand that you can see every single account that actually bought the price up.
I know you can see it on Uniswap, right?
So
Listen, if HEX was trading on Bitstamp or Coinbase, right?
call them and get them to list it.
Then
So let me ask you this: when I launch an exchange, will you consider that acceptable? Like, will the volume on that central limit order book be okay? Oh, that'll probably be manipulated too. Yeah, it's just like you're just like a guy that says the Earth is flat, and you show him an airplane, and you're like, "Look, it's round. We can see it," and then you're like, "No, it's fake." You can see who's buying up the HEX price, and it's not me.
I understand the sophistication of the project, right? And I understand that. All I'm saying is that I don't believe that the price of HEX is reflected. Is when you say the word price, it means what other people think it means, and it gets them to buy. When really HEX is designed for low float for the price to go up. And
Yes.
On Uniswap, so
Yeah, that's awesome. We removed middlemen. We removed counterparty risk. We removed slippage. We removed spoofing. This shit's all awesome. I don't understand how a guy that's in cryptocurrency, that's been in it for apparently a long time, doesn't see the amazing innovation here. You understand that like decentralized exchanges are better than centralized exchanges, right?
I disagree.
So you just talked about Mt. Gox stealing billions of dollars.
I don't think exactly. So here's the problem. So DEXs solve for there's two utilities of exchanges: price discovery and settlement. Right. So DEXs have been solving the settlement part because decentralized settlement, so you don't have centralized risk. But they haven't solved price discovery. That's my thesis.
That would be accurate for things that weren't primarily traded on the DEX. Like Ethereum. Ethereum is primarily traded on DEXs. It's the order book, the thickest order book in the world, with no fake scam volume, with nobody getting free. When you go to exchanges, they have certain users that don't pay money and fees, and they can shit up the volume all the fuck they want, and they could just.
So guess what? I've solved the problem of centralized and decentralized exchanges. Right?
You would be much better at working at whatever you're working on if you didn't try and step to the king and shit talk the best project to ever exist, bro. You should love HEX, not hate it. It's amazing. Seriously.
You just maybe change your marketing, you know. I mean, the price.
Just go to a different page. If you go to hex.com/tech specs, there's no price talk, man.
Weak sauce. It's just weak sauce with the price with 11,000%. It really is.
Go 11,000%. It's up 170,000%. 170,000%.
170,000%.
Yes.
I get it.
And you're going to feel bad when it's up 1,000,000%.
I have Bitcoin. I'm fine.
What didn't Bitcoin lose to this year? Ethereum beat it by 3x. Doge beat it by like 30 million x. What didn't beat Bitcoin this year? EOS. EOS didn't beat Bitcoin this year. But everything else did. Absolutely everything else went more than up than fucking Bitcoin did.
I count my P&L in Bitcoin. Yeah, so you're right. I could have gotten more Bitcoin if I wanted to take the risk.
By buying almost anything. Almost anything. I mean, fuck. It's hard for me to find something that didn't outperform Bitcoin. EOS is the only thing I can think of. Or the rug pull exit scam shit, I guess.
Let's see. At one point, what?
XRP outperformed Bitcoin, even after being sued by the SEC. The SEC shut their trading down. It still beat Bitcoin. I got the charts. I post these charts all the time.
Okay, so I mean, ETH is down what 60% from all-time highs.
Nope.
Against Bitcoin.
Let's go look up the Bitcoin pair.
What's it down?
I'm gonna go look. I'll let you know.
60%?
I'm pulling up my chart, bro. Give me a moment. It will take me 20 more seconds maximum.
At 0.6, the high was 0.12. It's down 50% from all-time highs.
Yeah, what's Bitcoin down from its all-time high?
Yeah,
More than 50%. Well, okay, it's at 40. It's at 40K now, so it's...
this is against Bitcoin. That's against the USD, right?
You understand that your house that you bought, you paid fucking fiat for, right?
Right. Yeah.
But you have a mental disorder which makes you think that Bitcoin's worth more than the things you actually use to pay for stuff. That mental disorder serves you well in a bull market. Being I measure my portfolio in Bitcoin is perfect in a bull market. And then as soon as the bear market comes, you lose all your fucking money. Because you get more and more Bitcoin, and yet you're getting broker and broker.
As long as you don't have leverage, Bitcoin keeps one of the best strategies out. You tell the noobs, best strategy you can do is buy Bitcoin at all-time highs. We've been killing it. Okay?
Yeah, or why not just buy the fucking 85% dip that comes every 4 years?
It's hard to catch the bottom, and most people.
No, it's not.
It's easy to catch the all-time high. It's hard to catch the bottom.
Well, I already caught the top and brag about it on Twitter because I posted the chart. I'm like, oh, look, it fell out of the parabola. Coinbase just started listing it. Here's the green line going up. Here's the red line going down. And then, puke, it just started falling right out the bottom of the curve. Like, it was easy. I posted it on fucking the Bollinger Bands guy, John Bollinger. I'm like, hey, look, fell out of the parabola, bro. Time to do 85% dump. So my prediction on why Bitcoin's going to 10K is because an 85% dump from 65K is 97.50.
I think the bottom's in 35.
I bet you'll find out that's not true in a couple months.
You want to make a bet 50 before 30? We could do that.
Yeah, sure. How much you want to bet?
Let's see.
A Bitcoin?
No.
And 50, I mean, I was hoping for a bounce to 50, but it's so shit that I don't even think we get it. I hope we get it. I pray we get it, but I don't think we'll get it. I mean, we've been down here for negative 45% for how long now? Oh, by the way, I got your...
I'll give you HEX. How about this? If it breaks 30 below 50, I'll buy some HEX. How about that?
I don't want you to buy HEX. I want you to have regret the rest of your life. I want you to regret having opportunity to buy it and not.
How could I regret I got Bitcoin at $1?
I'm talking about HEX. I don't ever want you to buy HEX. I want the chart to mean pain for you for the rest of your life.
That's the thing. You love that because the price. Yeah.
Right now, Ethereum versus all-time of Bitcoin is down 60%. And Bitcoin itself is...
But that's an extra whatever, Bitcoin USD is on top of the 60% drop of BTC, right?
So Bitcoin's down 36% from its all-time high right now. And it's actually up today. That's good. It's up 40. We're at 41 now. Keep going, buddy. Go, go, go. Go retest that right shoulder.
Anyway.
I hope the call was valuable to you, bro. I'm glad that you actually came on instead of being... Most people are scared to come on, so you get credit for that. Most people are straight scared.
I'm not scared.
So I give you credit for that.
Yeah. I'm not scared, and hopefully you read my paper when it's out, and you'll see why flashbots doesn't solve anything, and we'll see where it goes from there, you know?
All right.
I'm not going anywhere. You're not going anywhere.
I'm not. It's good talking to you, man.
Again.
Ciao, bro. Later. All right. Let's check out chat here. I just started streaming and didn't even change my stream title or anything, so it's probably all whacked out. Let me check. This thing is all wrong. YouTube. Studio. What should I call this? All right, chat. What should I call this stream? I'm still trying to find it. Where's my stream? Am I not live? I gotta be live. I click start and stream. Oh. If I can't find my stream in a minute, I'll just end it and upload it because I'm saving it on my end. This is weird. youtube.com/Richard Hart. Am I not live? What is going on here? Every time I click start streaming on OBS, it like just actually streams. Is it because I had I don't understand what's going on. This is really weird. All right, well, since I can't find my own stream, I guess I will just end this one and maybe start a new one or something. Weird. All right, well, I hope everybody enjoyed that. Nothing like slapping around some haters. Talk to you later, guys.